Ah yes, welcome back to another windy West Texas day. We have found ourselves an issue and we started working yesterday already, so I'm a day late filming, but we're gonna get after it right now. So we found ourselves an issue yesterday. This pot right here was leaking, and all that water was flowing right beside the well and down into the hole, and a lot of the sand was coming down into the hole, so that well was stuck. So we had to pull it out quickly yesterday. If we would have waited any longer, probably would have been so stuck we would have had to hire someone else to come and either blow it out or pump water beside it to try to loosen all the dirt underneath there and get it up out of the hole. But we were lucky enough, we got it out of there. And yesterday it was windy, and as to be expected, today's windy again. So we're here shoveling, trying to uncover this hole. We're gonna have to uncover a lot more dirt right there around the pot. The water is leaking from underneath, not the side, so that's unfortunate. So someone's gonna have to lay upside down and start welding, and that's gonna be me. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. We've already shoveled lots of dirt there and shoved it here. This was a lot bigger of a hole before I started filming. A little unfortunate. I probably should have shown that beforehand. But nonetheless, we're moving that dirt here for now. There's no dirt anywhere else, besides we'll have to scrape some here later to cover all this up and make it look pretty later again. But for now, we're gonna keep digging. We're gonna see if we can uncover our issue down here. Did I mention it's windy? You would think after leaking water here for a couple days, this ground would be softer. One would assume. Never assume anything. Nice black dust right there. Here. Found ourselves our issue. Right there, got ourselves a nice crack. And it's just, there's no water in there now, but I guess just a little bit to where it's dripping. So we'll go eat lunch, come back, hopefully it's done dripping water and we can weld this guy back up and be good to go. Be able to cover this hole and call it it. This is a big old mess right here, having to sit in this hole. I have to be a little bit awkward coming at from this angle, trying to weld it. It'll be a little bit awkward, but we'll make it work. Well, we came back here after lunch and it was supposed to work. It's getting windier. It's getting windier by the second. We did bring our backhoe over here because we are gonna need that later to cover up the hole. So at least we have that here now. We'll have to weld it tomorrow morning. Plus, this was still leaking enough to where the weld would not hold. Because when there's water, any type of moisture, and you're trying to weld, it doesn't work very good together. So we're gonna go see if we can help my dad. My dad wanted to pull out a tree stump or something at his house. So we're gonna go over to his house and help him out there for a little bit, since we can't do any of the welding. But I guess we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're back out here the next morning. It's just a little breezy today, but we're definitely gonna be able to weld today as long as this has stopped leaking. And it looks like it is. We are golden. We're gonna have to put a nice bead over that, and then we'll end up filling up this hole. Let's go ahead and start this guy up today. It's a little chillier today than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was like 70, yeah, about 70 degrees. Today we're sitting, I think we're at like 45. So a little chilly today, but it should start up no problem. Right here. Need a welding stick. Thank you. Quit throwing dirt in my face. I'm sorry. Oh, good. You comfortable? Absolutely. This is how I sleep every day at night. Well, that was a chore. It's at least welded up now. I welded a couple times back and forth over it. I had to adjust the welder quite a bit because it kept wanting to burn through, making the hole bigger than what it actually was. I was hammering on it yesterday, and the metal itself seemed relatively thick enough. Just right there where it was leaking was just a little bit too thin, so whenever I was welding on it, it made a bigger gap, so I had to kind of weld it shut. That was a little bit of a pain. I am not going to show you my weld because it is terrible. The angle didn't help either. I'm going to claim that as my excuse. I just won't show that to you so you don't have to throw up. So we're going to open this valve right now. We're going to see if it's going to leak. Fingers crossed. I hope it don't leak. Yeah, open it up. There's still a little bit of water in that pipe. Open it up all the way. Put a lot of water in there. See if it starts leaking. Hopefully it doesn't. Fingers crossed. Well, it's by no means perfect. There's two small spots where it's sweating a little bit through it, but I think it should be fine. Nothing really more we can do about it. I can't see where it's coming from, or where it's just kind of like a big spot where it's just kind of not big. It's like maybe like a pea-sized, where it's kind of sweating. It's not really spraying or dripping or anything, but we should be fine. If anything, it'll rust closed a little bit. It is an old pot, so in the future, if it does end up breaking again, we'll have to just replace the whole thing. I just did not want to do that because there are, I think, 2 lines coming to this pot, and that's a lot more welding, a lot more work. This is a lot simpler and easier of a fix. So we'll see what happens in the future. If it happens like this again, we'll have to put a whole new thing on there, and that's going to be work. But for now, we'll clean up everything, and we gotta still bail out this well. There's still a lot of sand at the bottom, as you know, it was stuck. So that's going to be our next on to-do list. We'll bail this one out. We'll put a new pump and motor down this well. We got one more well right there by this pivot. Another well, we gotta put another pump and motor in there too. And we'll have 2 more working wells on this section than there were before. Right now we're gonna go eat lunch, come back. We're gonna cover up this hole, fix this well. We actually changed our minds. We're gonna wait with covering up this hole until we turn the pivots back on, just to see if it's gonna actually hold or not. Because on the off chance that it breaks all the way through and we have to replace the pot, then we didn't cover the hole. You have to re-dig it open again. So it's not all for nothing. So we're gonna bail out this well real quick. Got our mud bucket, gonna hook it up to our sand line. This is the mud bucket we always use. Got some flap on the bottom so sand can get in, nothing can get out. Send that down a couple of times. We'll get all the sand out of the well. Let's just drop you in real quick, right? Whee! That's a good idea. That'll be a Waste of a GoPro. I'll let you film this next bit, but it's nicer having two people, but I'll do it one-handed, that way people can actually see what's going on. Probably it's nice having two people, that normally doesn't work very well with one person, but and that's what we get out of one hole. It is not near close to empty. You want to get a hammer on that thing for a little bit, you're gonna get a lot of sand out of there. Usually we get a lot more than that. I guess we'll have to take a couple of times in and out, but that's got a lot of sand in there. Just do that like 50 more times and well, it'll be clear. Back down she goes. Yeah, now we're finally getting somewhere. Finally got all the dirt out of there. Now we're getting to the actual bottom of the well. All the rust that's at the bottom, all the river rocks and everything. Now we're finally getting somewhere. Now this should go by a lot quicker. All this dirt took a while, but now the rust, that's what I mainly want to get out of there. We're almost done. Maybe another 3 or 4 more times. Yeah, and we're done. We're getting big chunks of red clay out of here now. Solid red clay. That means we're at the bottom. That's red bed. That's as deep as our wells go. This one I think is actually 270, maybe 280 feet deep, give or take. So it's not our deepest one. Our deepest one is 360 feet deep. That's about as deep as they go around here, and then there's some that go down to or go up to 250, 240. There probably even are a couple of them that are even shallower than that. But as far as bailing now, we are done. We opened that valve to let a lot of water in. That air vent spewed a lot of water, so it looks like it's leaking like crazy. It's not, it's just coming out of here. But you can tell that's where it was previously. It was going that way down into the well, but now it's coming back down this way. I don't really like that. I think we're gonna close that valve until we get this well put in, just that way we don't make another mess and have it cave back down the well again. I don't really want that, but this is at least fixed. We're good here on this end. We'll still leave it open until we know for sure after we turn everything on and make sure it's golden. But as for now, that's it for this video. As always, I do appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.